Hey y'all, this is Moni.
And this is Kat.
AKA. And this is the Fake Ass Book Club. Wait, can we both say it or no?
So welcome back, you guys. It's your girl, Moni.
And this is Kat.
Oh my gosh, Kat, I'm feeling so high energy right now.
You know.
Pumped up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
I've got spirit. Yes, I do. I've got spirit. How about you?
Yes, I spirit. Yes, I do. I didn't say that right. Yes, I do.
Yep.
So that's where we are, guys. Just
Books.
know that. Books. Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here, you guys. Thank you for joining us again. It's always a good time. So we do have a book this week, so that's good news. It's been fake for a little while.
Of quite a while.
It's been the summer.
You know.
God, it's been the summer.
So we did not earn our personal pan pizza this summer.
No.
But I did eat a lot of pizza. I ate pizza. I brought pizza today.
You did. I ate 2 pieces of it. It was nice.
I did too.
Mm-hmm. So thank you for that.
No problem.
Like I said, thank you guys.
I knew we need a treat.
We always need a treat. I'm never gonna turn down any food you bring here to me, friend. But yeah, so a book, guys. It's a real book, and I picked this book because if you listen to our previous episodes, you will know that my son, he's going into 9th grade. He had a summer reading assignment, and so there was like 2 or 3 books you could pick from, and he picked this book that we're reading today, which is All the Noise at Once by DeAndra Davis. And so somehow his homework assignment ended up on the show. How lucky for him. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
So I want to give you guys a brief synopsis of this story. So All the Noise at Once is a YA novel by DeAndra Davis that follows Aiden, a Black autistic teenager and aspiring football player whose life is upended when his star quarterback older brother is arrested after a confrontation with the police. After the fallout, Aiden and his family try to pick up the pieces to figure out what happened. The story explores race, autism, brotherhood, policing, and ultimately Aiden's journey toward independence and finding his voice.
Yeah.
So there you have it, people. Very succinct. I think it kind of gives you everything all at once. And before we sort of get into the book, if you're new here, we do like to dedicate our episodes, friends, because you guys deserve it. So hands over your hearts. So this episode is no exception. We like to always start off by dedicating our episodes to our patrons. Thank you so much. We love you. And if you're interested in supporting our podcast, if you like the show, even if you don't listen to it and you just think we're cute, go over to Patreon. You can get ad-free episodes. There's bonus episodes on there. Definitely like, subscribe, and share this podcast. That really does help us. Also, I want to dedicate this episode to all my August baddies. I was looking at my calendar like, who do I dedicate this to? There's so many August birthdays. There's so many people who I'd like to like individually shout out, but it just would be easier and more succinct to say to all my August babies out there, you know who you are. I love you. And what about you, friend? What's your dedication?
Yes, and my dedication this week is going out to my cousin Amber, who was on the news on her local station in Ohio because they were covering the story about Buc-ee's. You know Buc-ee's, right?
I do.
They opened a Buc-ee's in Ohio, and then they immediately went to suing a local mini mart there, like in Beaver Creek, called Beaver's Mini Mart, because they got a beaver in their logo. But it's Beaver Creek. Everything got a beaver on it. It's just a small local mom and pop operation, and it's like, what are y'all really doing? So she was speaking up against that. And then also John Oliver did a delightful story about it on his show, and they started a website called buckoff.com where you can buy some bootleg Buc-ee's merch, and the proceeds go to a charity that feeds hungry people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I loved that. And I also loved Dedication Over. But I also love, because I actually went to Bucky's Instagram because I was going to leave a shady comment.
Oh, were you?
And I did.
Okay.
But not before a bunch of Ohio people did.
Oh,
Ohio does not play about theirs.
I mean, give
Because
me a break. Because how long had that place been there, too? That's the other thing.
Decades.
It's one thing to, like, if they just opened it and it was like, they're trying, you know what I'm saying? It's like Buc-ee's with, you know, IEE or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, this place is Beaver Creek. It's been there forever.
They don't even
You're
sell
a
gas.
giant, please, like, stop.
It's like no one's
What's the
gonna be like,
point?
"Ooh, this is a Bucky." No one's thinking that. Like the beavers don't even
heck
look
no.
the same. I've been to Beaver Creek. There's beavers on everything. Like, why single this place out?
Wow.
It was just ugly, and
Hate
I
to
didn't
see it.
like it.
It's very American of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sue you.
I'll sue you. And it was funny too, because even on the John Oliver one, they weren't even covering the Ohio one. Apparently, Buc-ee's does this.
Oh, straight up?
Yeah, they do this to a lot of different, like people who
That's
can't
messed
afford.
up.
It's super messed up.
Why?
They're evil.
Period.
You know, just greed. They got nothing better to do, I guess, because that was what was crazy to me. It's like, because the examples they were giving, like one of them was an alligator. They were trying to say, like, because it was a circle and the color of the tongue was the same as the buck. It was ridiculous.
Give me a break.
But they're just being bullies because most people can't afford the lawyers it takes. So John Oliver was like, "Oh, we got lawyer money. Like, come after us." It's like,
I heard that they said, okay.
Yeah.
Let me look it up for real.
What?
That I think Buc-ee's filed a suit against them.
Oh, good, because John Oliver's gonna have fun with that.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Did Buc-ee's sue John Oliver? What's that, Disney, technically, or?
No, that's Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
HBO.
Buc-ee sues Beaver Mini Mart in Ohio amid John Oliver.
I don't think they've had enough time yet because the
Days
episode just
after.
aired last week. So
I read something. It was something like that. It was kind of like something.
But they be suing a lot of
Buc-ee sues
people.
Ohio convenience store.
But yeah,
Well, they just be suing. Okay.
Yeah, John Oliver has straight up dared them to sue them.
Well, we'll see if
Because
that
their
comes to
logo,
fruition.
let me see if I can find the little buck off logo. Because I wanted to buy, I think I'm gonna buy
Oh
one.
my goodness.
Because for one, it's just funny, buck off. I mean, that's
It's
just
pretty good.
That's hilarious.
Oh.
You know what? I'll save that for the end, maybe during the break.
Okay, yeah, that's
For
true.
now, we're
If we
gonna get
remember to come back.
into what we came here
Oh my
for.
God, yes, because here we go. We were tangenting.
Super
Sorry,
hard.
guys.
It's part of our charm.
Oh my gosh.
But what if
us back on
instead I
track.
tell you about DeAndra Davis?
That would be awesome.
Okay.
Thank you, friend.
Our author today.
Okay.
So, she was born in New York and is a first-generation Jamaican American, award-winning autistic and neurodivergent author of young adult, middle grade, and adult novels. Was raised in South Florida. DeAndra is a graduate of Florida International University, where she earned a Master of Fine Arts in Fiction. A reader since the age of 3, DeAndra's finest memories are inside bookstores and libraries with her mother, where she devoured books well above her age range. Though Brooklyn runs in her veins, Florida and Jamaica have her heart. She loves raging about everything from Game of Thrones to Attack on Titan with her husband, children, and their golden doodle named Luna and English Mastiff named Zeke. Aww. So yeah, she sounds delightful.
I like it. And as for the book specs, you guys, if you're reading this book, it is 384 pages, the hardcover. It was published April the 15th, 2025. And the audiobook is 9 hours and 50 minutes, and it was narrated by Andre Santana. So yeah, a little bit about the book. I didn't read it. If you guys are new here, I usually just listen to the audiobooks because that's the kind of life I had. Did you end up?
No,
What did you do?
I ended up having to listen to it because I
Okay.
was running out of time. So I
Amen.
went ahead and just got it from Audible. 'Cause I was like, had to do it. But actually, I'm not even mad now. I'm glad I gave DeAndra some
Yeah,
money.
she seems, oh my gosh, her website, you guys, I'm going to have it in the notes too. Because it was so funny because when I pulled it up, I mean, it made me think about you just because it was so artsy. I was like, this is so artsy.
It's
She's so
whimsical.
artsy. Yeah.
And very silly.
So if you get a chance, you guys should go to her website, check her out. Yes. So You guys, this was a school assignment that turned into a book club assignment, which turned into this episode.
It did.
So it's funny how that happened.
It is.
And
so, you know what this is the first time this has ever happened in the history of our book club.
What?
I actually asked the internet for a spoiler.
Really?
Because I couldn't take it. Like, I was so stressed out, like wondering if they was gonna lie.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
What's his name? Brandon. And I was like, I can't take this. I just have to know. So about halfway through the book, I went ahead and just typed it right on into Google Gemini. Was he found guilty? And we give out spoilers around
Well,
here.
let's give them.
Okay, we'll give them a little build up.
Yeah, give them the build up, friend. You got right to
you
it.
gave like a little
God,
synopsis. I know. And so
talk about no lube, friend. You just
ain't no time for
like
that.
to take it.
We're just
Yes,
gonna-
it is.
We're just gonna spit on it.
Ew.
So
Sick of it.
So it was okay. So we've got our main character, Aiden, and he is a lovable. Was he a freshman or sophomore?
No, he's a junior.
Okay, so he's a junior, and he's, he's just lovely. I really enjoy reading about neurodivergent characters for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm noticing this about me too. I really enjoyed, because the book is from his perspective, which was nice. So agreed.
Just these sensory overloads he's constantly having. There was just some very relatable content. So I find like in media, like growing up, people didn't use terms like neurodivergent or autism. You were just a dweeb or a nerd or a spaz.
Or weird.
Yeah, or weirdo. Like, we didn't have a clinical term for it. Like, so now that we realize it's like, oh, actually, this is just a spectrum of different personalities. I sometimes even push back on even calling it a disability because I feel like it's just the diversity of, different
Human expression.
So I know like it makes it harder to maneuver in the quote unquote normal world, but like there were scenes when he was taking the life skills class where they're trying to, I felt, teach him to mask, for people who don't know, people with autism, neurodivergence, a lot of times they mask like how they're actually feeling just to fit in better and stuff like that.
I think that is part of the human experience at large, though, in some respects, too. I'm not going to try to make it seem like, well, we all do that. Obviously, there's levels to it.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? But, like being in a corporate job, like, if I ask my corporate friends who have to show up and, be in meetings with there's... So, like, that, I feel like that is a life skill, though. So masking, it can, I don't think it's a net positive, but I don't think it's a net negative either. Okay. I do think that it comes in handy because even non-neurodivergent people have to do that. Like there's just a certain level of like, yeah, you're going to have to go in there and get shit done. But also too, if you don't I feel like you're probably, like there are exceptions. Like you can build a life to where maybe you don't have to do it as much.
Yeah.
You don't put yourself in spaces. I think that you're one of those people that's like, I just don't put myself in spaces like that.
Because it's exhausting.
And
it kills your soul by little.
And that's what this world, that's what it demands.
Yeah. So it's I don't.
But I hear you when you say that.
Yeah, where it's just like, I guess the way that it's taught, like, this is just how you should be.
I disagree with that. I think it's like, hey, you're gonna have to mask. Yeah,
like it's just like wearing pants in public. Like it's just something you have to do.
Cover up your junk.
Yeah, like we all have to.
It's natural.
When we're in public, there's certain ways we have to act like our parents would tell you are not at home.
That part.
Like there is a way you have to behave when you are in public, but you don't necessarily have to.
Yeah, because I don't remember
change who you are essentially. But anyway, this is our guy Aiden, and so we get a little peek inside his head, and then his big brother Brandon, he lives with his parents. They're both very impressive. His mom's a defense attorney. Their dads are like a research scientist and stuff like that. They live very comfortably in a very small town in Florida. And he wants to make the football team because he wants to play a year with his star quarterback, big brother Brandon. And, everything looks like it's, he has a meltdown during tryouts, so he doesn't make the team. But then there's some injuries, so as Brandon pulls some strings, and so now he's able to be on the football team. So one day after the game, they go to their little spot to hang out, and what's the little boys? Carter, one of the boys on the team, he feels a way.
Friends
with
Brandon.
Feels a certain way about Aiden, and basically picks a fight with him, and they get to squawk.
We were about to say
tussling.
squabbing.
I was gonna say squabbing.
Oh my God.
They get to tussling in the parking lot, and the cops run up on them and curb stomp all the black boys and give the white boys bear hugs.
Yeah.
And when Brandon comes out, because he sees what's happening to his brother, he ends up getting arrested for assaulting a police officer. So the whole book is pretty much them dealing with the fallout from the incident. Because we have a count up to the incident, and then after that, everything's just a countdown after the incident, stuff like that. So this was just stressing me out. So that's when I had to find out if he...
See, now it makes sense, guys, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was just so stressful. But everybody's internalizing the guilt because he's like, it's my fault because... Oh, because that was the thing, too, because when the cops were on him, he was just screaming. He was having a meltdown because, it was a sensory overload. He couldn't take it and stuff. So... Come to find out, and it's a little bit of a mystery, too, because at first you're not even sure, like, did Brandon, attack the police? They're not super, clear about that. Mm-hmm. But you get the impression it's like, no, he didn't. And then, I don't want to draw it out too much. They end up finding out there's video footage that was taken that will exonerate him, but the two young ladies who have it, they don't want to come up off of it. I kind of guessed it was the one girl's daddy. Okay. When she said her daddy was a cop, I was like, oh, still. And then the other one was Brandon's girlfriend, Georgia. And they were just like, I've just been going through things, Brandon. It's like, all right, girl. And so they don't want to release the tape because it makes, what was her name, Marsha? Marsha. It makes her daddy look bad or whatever. But they end up coming around and releasing the video footage and exonerates Brandon. He still didn't get to play football for his senior year, but he does end up still getting a offer from like a major college to play football, and pretty much all works out. Yeah, man.
It was stressful.
It was.
And on top of that, there's just a lot of heavy social sort of, you have, race, you have policing, you have autism, you have, even just like the way that Brandon and Aiden's relationship shift after the incident, and all the blame, all of that stuff. It was a lot of heavy stuff in the book. So I was like, oh, they're getting into it.
You know what it reminded me of? There's some parallels.
What?
The Nolan Wells case.
Oof. See, that's what I was saying last week when we were recording. I was like, this book had me in my feelings. So like, not only being like stressed out, but with everything happening currently and in current events, we keep hearing about these black boys in the news. And of course, there's many, many more that we never even hear about.
Right.
Which is like heartbreaking and crazy, but even like down to the suicide lynchings apparently it's like,
come on, y'all. Don't stop playing in our face.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
this is clearly a cover up. We know. You know what I mean? Like, we know. So it's like, stop playing in our faces. Like, my biggest irritation was, okay. So at the end of the book, because we get, it's very common with people who are neurotypical to be sort of obsessed with justice and fairness. That was actually kind of cute too, because Miss Rachel, somebody had commented, they're like, a lot of times it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if Miss Rachel's neurodivergence is she's, so, focused on justice. And she typed up, she's like, actually, I am. It's like, yeah, girl, we figured it was the overalls. But like, yeah, it was, he was trying to make a case for the racists to be like, hey, maybe it's not just racism, like that was their friend. They were just trying to protect their friend. And I was like, no, I don't, because he was trying to even shoot Georgia some bail, being like, hey, because she
talked to her and stuff. And
he was like, hell no. I was like, thank you, Brandon. Slow clap.
But that's the thing, though. Like maybe, see, I feel like I do that sometimes because it's not like I'm trying to make an excuse for it. It's just like if I was putting myself in their place. Like it's like this is how they see it though. Like to them, that's what they were doing, even if it's not like.
But you knew it was wrong because you covered it up.
Oh, she knew. I'm not I'm not GM for Georgia or Marsha or any of them. It's a hard place though, because then it's like if it was your dad, would you put this, you know what I'm saying? Like think about like how black folks are about keep it in the family, don't tell nobody. You know how secretive everybody is. You protect everybody at all costs. You know what I'm saying? You don't think about like maybe you
I know
don't.
in general, yeah.
I'm just saying like those dynamics can be hard, especially when you don't ever have to do nothing that's hard. You don't never have to do nothing that's hard.
Shit.
You don't fucking never
How
have
many
to
hard
do.
things did you do today?
Goddamn. And I mean, being a person is hard, but again, there's levels to this shit, and it's like when you're never confronted with anything real.
Yeah, you used to live in the
You
Santa
just
Claus
can't.
ass life.
Maybe
It's like,
Aiden can see that more. Maybe that's more plain to him. You know what I'm saying? Than somebody who's like, man, fuck that. Because you see the bigger picture. Like, he just found out about racism today. He was like, I never even thought about it. Like, everything was autism for him because he had been so shielded from it. You know what I'm saying? So I just, when I heard that part, I was listening to it was like, he might feel like that because of his life experiences and because of how he's just now finding out about racism. His brother's like,
buddy
bro,
boy.
you got a lot to learn.
And here's the other thing. He's like, this chick was willing to let me go to
jail, babe.
Like
I
prison.
Yeah, no tears.
And they were going to charge me adult. That part to me was like, it's so funny how, why even have that law? Like, why don't we just keep the law legal? This is the age, you're not going to sell them cigarettes. So it's like, so why is he now all of a sudden an adult when it comes to this? And why aren't we able to press charges against this police officer for lying on him?
Right, that's crazy work.
To me, that was the thing that was most irritating. And he's going to be mad at his daughter for telling the truth.
Yeah.
Because
you were supposed to protect me. Like, what are you talking about?
And
there's some N-words, girl. You told the truth about me for some N-words.
And this is why I felt like there were parallels to the Nolan thing, because I think part of the reason why the police might have been activated to go after Brandon was because he was a star athlete. He was a star on the rise, and they couldn't tell you. It's like, you're taking a spot from one of our white, that should be a white man. Everybody knows the quarterback position. You need the strategic mind of a white man. You need to pay one of the more brutish positions. It's like that kind of mindset. Yeah. So it's like, because we see how they did Michael Vick. They locked him up over. Here's the other thing. I want people to know, Michael Vick wasn't fighting dogs. They got him because he owned the house where they were fighting dogs.
Right. It's like being in the car.
Right. Like he just because he owned the house. And keep in mind, Ben Roethlisberger, ain't that said nothing about him. He craped a whole woman, and they don't care. They don't care. It's like, that's a woman. It's like, we worried about dogs, man. It's like the real bitches.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow. That sounds like a t-shirt.
It's like to me, it's because it's not like I'm super into sports, but having been married, Sports Centers would always be on. And so you hear about these different stories and stuff, and I'm like, that's messed up. Like you can see with your own eyes how they treat white athletes and black athletes. Like the fact that Tom Brady, they never refer to his baby mama as a baby mama. He's got a baby mama. They never call her that though, but that's what she was. And I don't know if this was in your feed, because how they do Angel Reese. I don't like how the media handles Angel Reese a lot of times. She just has a Barbie out.
Does she? Is that why she came dressed like that? She had on a pink outfit pre-game or something like that.
Maybe.
She was all the way dressed up. It was so cute. And it was in baby pink.
She always looks amazing. So I can't even say for sure because the
Maybe
doll.
it was promotion. That would be great.
I mean, she's a Victoria's Secret angel.
Is she?
Yes. Did you see
and her name is Angel.
Right.
What?
So she has a campaign with Victoria's Secrets, and she was in the fashion show and walked. Because I remember I just thought she was just a model. And then I was like, oh, I had to hear one of my cousins be like, that's Angel Reese. I know.
Oh, how cute.
Super cute. But she was giving a press conference talking about how when she was growing up, she didn't really have dolls that looked like her. And this white man opened his mouth to say, they've been making white dolls since like the 60s. She was born in 2002. How's she going to say she never had? It's like, first off, take several seats. Just because they were making them doesn't mean you have access to them. I know myself. I had to call. I remember calling Toys R Us before I even burned up my mom's gas to have her take me there to get my dolls.
You even knew back then they'll be playing with her. That's so funny. It was like, I gotta have a plan in this bitch.
That's very true. To this day, I don't play around.
Love her. Love it.
Because I'm not even going to say her name on this thing, because she would not like that.
She would hate it. You notice I didn't say it neither.
Don't be putting all my business out there in the streets.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Real. No, yeah, for real though. No, it's like, for you have me driving out there, make sure they got that dog.
Because
yeah, it's a very much uphill battle, and like now it's there are more than there used to be. I wouldn't even say it's super even, like a lot of times a new doll will come out and there won't be a black version of it. 'Cause somebody brought up, I was like, I remember, because I wanted Barbie and the Rockers, and they didn't even have that in the
I remember Barbie
and Christy didn't necessarily, a lot of times it wouldn't even be like a black Barbie for real. It would just be the white Barbie one that they just made brown.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not what I look like. I know. Isn't she
Wow.
sickening? And
Wowzers.
she's good at basketball. Better than Caitlin Clark, actually.
Ooh, is that a hot take or no?
Yeah.
That's a hot take?
Yes. Oh, they get so mad. Even though she beat the brakes off of them, LSU beat the brakes off of them. Like, 'cause that was the thing, because they wanted Caitlin Clark so bad her senior year to win that championship.
Oh, okay, I remember that.
Yeah. Because even Joe Biden was like, well, maybe we can have both teams at the White House.
No.
It's like, shut up.
No,
that's not. Even Caitlin Clark was like, that's a bridge too far.
Stupid.
Come on, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just the winners.
And it's
like, and if you're the best and I beat the best, that's how sports work. Now I'm the best.
Yeah, until you beat me again.
Until you beat me.
And then I'm the
but
best
she's,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, no notes.
Oh, Angel.
But yeah, that's
Sorry.
just a theme
Tangent.
where I think that was a big motivation, because it doesn't make a ton of sense as to why they would lie on this black child.
What was interesting too is that he had a run-in with the police before.
Yeah.
And his number one thing was like, hey, I'm on the football team.
Yeah.
I'm with coach such and such. Like, do you feel, was that relatable in terms of like, was that any messaging that you got? Because it was almost like you have to let them know. It was sad to me, but it resonated a little bit, because it's like, there is this positioning and this respectability politics of it all. That's like, you join certain groups, you are a part of certain organizations, you show up at church, you are in a sorority, you know what I mean? You feel like these things are insulating you to an extent. Within your community, it gives you standing, but then outside, like, maybe it's giving you the connections or whatever. But for me to be able to say, oh, I know Judge such and such, or I know, you know what I'm saying? It can protect you sometimes. And it did in that instance.
Yeah,
but it didn't the second
cops,
time.
not the county cops.
So
yeah, it just depends on who you're running up against. And also here's the thing. How do we redo the police?
Oh God.
Because for people who don't know, like, the police we have now have just evolved from former slave catchers. So it's like
it still feels like that right now. It literally feels like that.
Vibes.
And ICE is definitely giving slave catchers
big time, like big Indian Removal Act vibes. So it's like, what system would we need to set up? Because we obviously need law enforcement. Like, we can't do the honor system.
No.
Like, that doesn't work for real. I mean, there's a lot of things we could do as terms of crime prevention instead of just being reactionary all the time. Like, if people have enough resources, crime goes way, way down.
Yeah.
And then it's even safer for law enforcement when people aren't desperate and violent. You know, like, that doesn't help them
Those
out.
are two of the worst things you can be.
Yeah,
at the
like,
same time.
that's not great for them, because I think in my mind, like, I actually haven't had, like, a bunch of bad run-ins with the cops. Like, I think I don't read as a threat to anybody. People seen my wrist. I don't have upper body strength. Like, cops aren't really coming for me. Even when I've been pulled over, I get a warning or something like that. It's just kind of like, it's like, yeah, gone. And, but even one time when I was dealing with, like, a crazy ex who had taken, like, my purse and, like, locked it in the car and took the keys, like, a cop helped me break into my car. Like, so it kind of, there are some people having more problems than others.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
depending on how you present. And I think because of how, you know, where I went to school, I know the things to say, how to say it. Like,
And you get coached because even, I mean, you had scenes in the book where the mom was asking Aiden, like, do you remember what I used to tell you to tell the police? You know what I mean?
my
Like,
mom's
you're coaching.
a lawyer, my
Yes,
dad's a scientist.
you know what I'm saying? Again, these
and
are
comply.
Come home alive. Come
Yeah.
home alive. Like, this is what you're telling your kids. I was just like, oh my gosh. But I think too, like, presentation matters, right? Like, because I mean, Aiden is a beefy, dark-skinned, locked boy in Florida. You know what I'm saying? With you know, who's autistic. So, you know, his run-in was like, you know, he was
not
trying
able to charm.
right? Because he's like charm.
I don't even have that program that I can pull up.
I'm just saying what's happening. You know what I mean? People hate that. If you're just straight up being like, your breath stinks.
Oh, that was one of the quotes. I
You know,
actually
to
wrote
people.
that quote. That was one of my one note.
Let's hear it, friends. Let's hear
Let's
it.
pull it up. Let's find it.
Not my
Oh, there it
one
is.
quote.
Why can people never handle facts? That was Aiden in our book.
People are better at handling facts that aren't their facts. You know, that would be my response to that. It's like, it's because it's hard to hear the truth. Unless, you know, you're not threatened by the truth. And I think when you're not threatened by the truth, it's because Aiden isn't, like you say, he's not running that program. So he doesn't have anything to lose by saying the truth.
Right. He's not scared of the truth. He's already faced it.
I have to.
That's
I live
funny,
in the truth.
too,
None of us
because
do.
I bring this up a lot, y'all, because this was very formative for me, because I found out, this is how I found out people don't like the truth. When I figured out there was no Santa Claus and I informed my peers, people get pissed. Like, and then like their parents get pissed too. But it's like, if you don't lie to your children, I can't hurt them with the truth. So it's like, maybe don't gaslight your kids. I don't know. Because
They're
racism,
like, little bitch, this is a tradition. How dare you come here with your little...
But you know what else is a tradition? Racism.
It is. It's the oldest one. So.
Yeah. And it's like, and racism is a type of gaslighting to me, because it's, you're trying to tell me that everybody on the planet who's lighter than me is better than me. It's like, I don't think so.
It's like, absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's like,
not.
come on. I can name 25 of them. I mean, like, do I get my... Just off the top.
Off the top.
Okay.
Off the rip.
First being your mama.
Your greasy granny.
Your greasy, right. She got holes in her panties. Got a big behind like Frankenstein. You know, just all that.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. I've always
funny.
hated gaslighting.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that. But, you know, also, too, like I said, I mean, I don't think Aiden was really even, or people who are, you know, I think it's like, I think it would be nice if we could. And I do think that certain cultures aren't as fake as we are when it comes to that, because it's funny how you hear critiques about, you know, American people when they're abroad and stuff. It's like they're always smiling and shit and saying hi and waving, looking all goofy and stupid and shit. And it's like, people don't expect that in other places. We have been socialized. Like, we don't even realize it's weird. Like, I get to interface with people who are from all over at my job. There's so many different people. One of my favorite people, She is from Senegal. Oh my God, she's so beautiful to me. I mean, she's skin breathless. She's so beautiful. But she's always like, oh yeah, like just when she's telling me the stuff that's just different, and a lot of it has to do with, she was like, people are so like about birthdays and stuff. She's like, people get so excited. She's like, somebody gave her a sash. She like walked in with a crown and a sash, and she was just like, yeah, like everybody's so excited. She's like, she's like, if I call my mom right now and I'm like, it's my birthday, she's gonna be like,
and it's like, why didn't you get me a card?
yeah, like I'm the one that did all the work. Like, what is all this? Or even just somebody preparing her for the fact that like, oh yeah, people are gonna always ask you, how are you? And say thank you and be like overly. And the thing is here's the part about the gaslighting part. People don't even mean it. And this is where I become a bitch, I think, in my actual life sometimes to people, or the perceived as, is because whereas like I'm indoctrinated in this culture where there's this expectation to, hey, how are you? And smile and if I don't feel like it, I don't do it. And when people pick up on that, it's a problem. You know what I mean? It's like, why aren't you smiling? And I'm like, I don't fucking, who said I had to smile?
One of my favorite stories about you is when you were working at the spa and this girl was so upset because you did not want to have lunch with her.
And she was a grown woman.
Yeah, it's a grown woman. And you were
I was like 21 or 22. Like, go away, bitch.
It's like, this is my lunchtime. No, I don't want to spend it with you. And like, y'all had to have like a meeting about it. She had to go pap a Zanny.
Because I'm being honest. And me and my friend, another black person. I don't want to say her name in case she won't be named on this podcast. But I love you, girl. You know who you are if you're listening. But we were just cracking up about it because it was like, in what world? Like, this is it's insane, you guys. Like, and the thing is, this is why you have to pop drugs when people tell you the truth and stuff, because you think that everybody's supposed to lie to you all the time about stuff. You know what I mean? And it's like, so being black, there are certain instances where it's like, I got to be really raw with my kids, which is why like reading a book like this with my son, it broaches some subjects that it's like we've already covered, but it's like I really get to dig into his thoughts about how he sees these sort of things and how does he see himself in relation to some of these things and stuff. Whereas like, certain populations, this isn't something, reading a book like this might be the first time that you put yourself in this space, and you don't have to do that, which, I mean, you can't fault somebody for not having had an experience, but you should be more apt to listen when somebody's telling you their experience, so that you're not gaslighting them. Like, you have to be able to be an ally or to be a friend to somebody who maybe isn't having the same exact experience. You can't just project your experience on them.
Right. And I think that's the most important like theme, because I think what I was mostly thinking outside was with Aiden was with the autism, like he does a really good job describing what it's like, just being just sensory overload and what that does to you, and why like not everybody wants to be touched. That was, I was so happy when they invented consent. Like that was,
it's great.
It's really, really a great thing, because when I was growing up, that wasn't a thing. You just had to be touched even when you didn't want to be. Like, it's like, oh, go hug so-and-so, or let them do it. It's like,
go on and give your granny a hug. And you're like, she smells funny. And she always leaves spit on my cheek.
It's like, no. Like, I like it. I think it's much better now where it's just like, no. Like, teach children now, if you don't want to be touched, you don't have to be touched. And I think that wasn't a lesson I got growing up, but that's changed over time, and I think that's a good thing. And that we're learning too, I think this is a good book for young people to read who are going to school with other people who are going to be all along the spectrum, and just to know that just because someone is different, that doesn't make them less than.
Yeah.
Like this is just someone who's having, like I said, a different experience. And you don't have to, like I said, just because they're not able to handle the things you can handle, like, I liked how he said, he's like, this isn't necessarily my superpower or anything. It's just like people just make all these assumptions about me because I'm autistic. But it's like, it really just means like, like I said, I know I have to handle certain situations different. Like when they're changing periods and everyone's in the hallway and stuff. I even think about the way I handle my life, where I make sure my schedule is like I go to places at off-peak times so that I'm not dealing with a whole bunch of people. And like I said, because people just want to talk. I was like, I want
The fact your face that you made right now was like,
I don't want to talk to.
I mean, I get like that too, and I'm a chatty person, but it's like I don't
talk to strangers
I don't
like that
necessarily
all
do
the
that.
time.
Yeah.
Like there's a time for that. Like
my
when I'm
God.
energized and rested, like sometimes I will, maybe strike up a little conversation with somebody or whatever.
When you actually cares, like that's all I'm saying. Like I prefer interactions that are genuine. Like I do not like being forced into situations where it's like we both know we don't. Can we drop the facade? Can we just touch and agree on this?
It's like,
but it's just like certain, like you say, we're not at home, so like there's certain circumstances that won't allow for it. So you do have to have a slight threshold for it in certain scenarios. But to the point about touch, though, it was interesting. So I think before I started reading this book, I was listening to something where it was positing that like a lot of men or males have. So like when we're talking about love languages, right? Touch being like one of their top ways that they express and feel loved. And so I was thinking about, so Aiden, one of his things was like pressure, like a hug, like, and Brandon, his brother was like always there, like never really had to ask any questions. They were just like in sync. So he knew what to do to calm him down. A lot of it had to do with touch. A lot of his sensory stuff that grounded him had to do with touch. And I thought it was interesting because they were saying like, okay, so men pick touch because like at a certain point, like it's not okay for men to hug and touch. And like, unless it's like your mom or certain scenarios. And as you get older, you're literally like deprived of touch. So by the time you get in an interpersonal relationship, like you are craving it, like you're desperate and thirsty for it, because like you don't just go up to your homeboy and hug him and all that stuff. So when when Aiden had the chance to soothe one of his, so after they lost, they had lost a game because Aiden did get a chance to finally start and be a running back, because he was actually really, really good at football. I want to know, it had nothing to do with autism. He was just really good at football, and maybe it has something to do, I don't know. But they lost, and his one friend was taking it really hard, and they were about to get into a fight, and he just like grabbed his friend and like held him. And that's what he was like, I'm just trying to be. I liked that they showed that he was trying to apply, like not always be the recipient of all of these concessions, and then also
like, I can take care of people. I don't just have to be the one receiving
like
care.
It was nice to see that, but then it was also nice to see like that, like the touch aspect in relation to Black boys, in relation to autism, the intersectionality of like why that's important in a positive, consensual way, and how it is just so sad that our boys don't feel that, like when you're angry and stuff. Like I sense that about people, like especially when they're upset and stuff like that with my kids and stuff. It's like I'm always trying to be like, I know that this anger, like you might be hungry, you might be tired, you might be whatever. Like even if I'm not saying the words, I might just sit next to him and just, and just be like, wrinkles in the forehead and all, nice. And just, because sometimes you just, touch is nice.
It is. It's like a reset button.
It is.
It's like you just, and I guess like your vagus nerve or whatever, like all of that stuff is very, very real. I remember I was pissed off. What little crazy school was I going to? It had to have been,
that one.
It was
that one.
But like, I remember in junior high, like we would hug each other like in the hallways and stuff. And they like came up with a rule, like we had to stay like a foot apart from each other. Like we couldn't.
Oh, wait, because y'all wanted to hug.
Yeah. And this wasn't making out in the hallways. I get shutting that down.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But no,
you see your friend and be like, oh.
Oh yeah. It was just like, we were just very
excited to see each other.
Yeah. And I just remember like our class, like we were finally past the middle school BS.
Yeah,
where
it was like we're free now.
We've gotten past it.
Right.
We like each
We're
other.
and we like ourselves.
And we like
kind of.
ourselves.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it was just very, it would always be, it was very innocent and loving, but they were like, no.
You took it away.
Yeah. And I was like, and I remember, I have 100 stories like that where it's just like, yeah, there's this discouragement from even fostering that.
Well, and I think when it's organic, that's the best way to do it. Here's what I hate. Here's a story about a school that you and I both went to, and how we would show up to school and our fake ass principal would be standing there and we would be getting out the car and she wanted to hug each and every student. So these are the kind of hugs that y'all want people to have. I was like, Mom, I do not want to hug this lady.
It's like,
I just got here. It's early. I don't
like her for real.
I don't like her, and it's performative. It's performative as fuck, and I don't want to be in this show, and I know it, and I don't like that kind of shit.
And I'm 12.
I don't fucking like it.
Already.
And she was like, "All right, I'm gonna talk to her." So she was like, "Can you just like dap her up, or?" You know what I mean? So it would just be like, good day. So I didn't have to give her a hug because my mom went in there and was like, absolutely not. If you don't want to hug this lady, you don't have to. Thank you, Mom. And so I just had to just give her eye contact and be like, good morning.
It's like,
so that's, point being, like, touch obviously is something that can be extremely powerful. But like when
when it's not consensual, it sucks.
It just sucks.
And that's the thing too, because men do, like you said, like men,
and maybe that's why they do all that, like
touchy-feely
that
stuff.
little humping in the butt stuff, and not humping in the butt. That sounded. Hold up.
I was talking about something else. I was just gonna be like, when men like they put their hand on your back when they're talking to you, that kind of stuff.
No, I hate that.
Where there's just like, I've had
or on your waist. It's like, please.
It's like, okay.
You're just like.
It's just enough. It's not so much where you can be like, unhand me, sir.
Yeah, but why are you touching me? And if I say that, be like, oh, I was just.
I remember the last time that happened, I did go off. I was like, don't touch me. I just did not want to.
Good for you.
I just couldn't.
I can't take this shit no more.
It's just something about when you get into like your 4th decade of life, there's just some stuff you just simply can't take anymore.
Okay, so in my defense about humping in the butts, I didn't mean that like I said it. I meant like locker room behavior. Let's call it that.
Oh.
Because, like maybe that's because you're deprived of touch too. This is like you don't even know how to be regular with it. So it ends up being deviant and weird. And it's like.
Yeah. Or fighting. Sometimes too, just to touch, like, I just need something.
I gotta put
touch
hands
another
on you.
person.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should normalize, I think it's the greatest thing. I saw somebody doing that earlier. I was at the beauty supply.
They're hugging?
And it was just 2 women who hadn't seen each other in a while. And they were like, oh my God, they're just hugging. I was like, that's so nice.
And guys can't do that. Think about that. They can't run up to each other.
Well, they can do the little dap, tap.
But it's like, think about it. Your arm placement matters. How the duration matters. The pressure, like all of that, like all of it matters because it's the optics of it from other people. It's the optics from the person. Because y'all both recognize there's all these unspoken rules about how we're gonna, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, I don't have to think about that.
Okay.
I could jump on your back. I mean, I wouldn't. We're women of a certain age, but I could.
I'd be like, oh Lord, my knee. Oh God.
And I would like to, because I'm that kind of person. I might jump on your back.
Oh my God. Okay, let's take a break.
I knew you were gonna say that. Let's do it.
How'd you know?
Because it was time.
Okay.
We'll be right back. All right, you guys, we're back from our break. And
I rapped.
She did rap. That was festive. I always like it.
Thank you.
So you did mention something on the break that I noticed in this book as well, friend.
What was that? I forgot already.
So there was a couple in this book, same-sex couple, which I thought was very progressive and cool. And we both had the sort of, it was like, okay, so this is in Florida. And
small town Florida.
You know Florida, y'all. Y'all know Florida. I ain't about to drag y'all. Y'all know. Okay, wait.
We have international listeners.
That is true.
They might not know about Florida.
Okay, Florida is a dingleberry.
Florida is conservative generally. I mean, outside of Miami, you're
Sure.
Yeah,
Very much.
it's not like San Francisco where you wouldn't necessarily like, oh yeah, because they don't even make a thing of it. There's 2 boys on the football team who are a couple, and
I don't think it should be a big deal,
I don't
but
think it
we're
should.
just like, so in this setting,
it was like an alternate universe,
Yeah.
almost, where it was just like, yeah, we completely accept
nobody
that.
said anything. Nobody gave
Not even
any
Carter.
shit. No, that's what I was thinking too. Because when it was like they're not, I thought that the point not of like Carter being white and the other kid being white. I thought they were gonna say something about them being queer, but they didn't. And I was like, I thought that was interesting because I'm like, because there's gotta if you're mad about somebody with autism on the fucking team, somebody got to be mad that there's a couple of gay people on the team.
You would think.
Not that I don't want it to be like that, but it's like
it's
in real life
predictable.
though.
Yeah,
There would have been some commentary about that. It was very
Right.
much like, no, babe. It
or
was
one
just,
of the parents would have been mad.
somebody would have been
something.
mad
Yeah.
in Florida about that.
Yeah.
You know, so
'Cause
that
they're the ones like trying to pass laws where you can't like transition and all that kind
In
of
Florida?
stuff. I'm pretty sure. I feel like a lot of states are making laws like that. I feel like Indiana might even be one of them.
oh God, yeah,
so,
we're gonna be on the list.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not it.
But yeah, that was very interesting.
That I'm
too.
glad you said that because I had forgotten about it, but that was something that I literally thought because I was like,
Okay. But yeah, I don't think it should be a big deal.
I'm not holding it against her, but it was noticeable.
I feel like we should, and I feel like as a society we are moving in that direction, even though there's everyone's like, oh, diversity, but it's diversity not just in color, but in everything, like sexual orientation, neurodiversity, like all of these things are just that's why I love X-Men so much. Because that's what it was a metaphor, like mutants. And then you had like this whole, like people are like, no mutants in government, like we want a registry of all the mutants so we can keep track of them and all this kind of stuff. It's like, don't do that.
We ain't doing all
And it's
that.
like, this is just the next evolutionary step in humanity. You know what I mean? These are just, so like we shouldn't like persecute people just because they're different in a way that they didn't even choose.
I don't know, Kat. It seems like everyone loves to, though.
I know. Maybe we should start doing it. Maybe it's fun.
I mean, kidding, obviously. But,
no, but it's like, yeah, it's just a better world, and it's one less thing you have to do. Aren't you busy?
I'm tired.
I don't have
More than
time. Just like,
anything.
I don't like these people, and I don't like these people.
I mean, and I may not, but I don't have time to list it or think of. It's like, girl, unless I'm directly faced with it in this moment, I really don't give a damn. I'm just trying to make it to the next thing I gotta get done.
I'm not
To be
signing up for a
productive.
mass deportation rally. It's
No,
like,
I'm
no,
good, bro.
we need all the different types of people. Things aren't better when it's like the Borg and everybody must be assimilated. Like we need diversity makes us stronger.
I believe that. Desmond Tutu said that. He has a really great quote about it.
He's smart. And it just, I don't know, and it's more interesting. Don't people get bored with like just the same type of people?
But also, I mean, I feel like people like that really spend their time studying the people who are different and calling the HOA on them and, trying to figure out what their hair is doing. And you know what I mean? Like, I think to them, it must be entertaining to spend all your time studying the people that are different from you and making sure and pointing out all the ways that they are and trying to make sure that they're not.
That just makes me
So,
sad.
yeah, it is sad, friend. I agree.
Dang it.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, but you know what I did want to know though? What did your son think of the book?
He liked it. He really
Okay.
liked it. I was glad that I didn't have to be like, dude, you start school. He was like really keeping up with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was interesting to him because we didn't really get into like every aspect of it yet. But I want to think, what was the one takeaway he was saying? I forget what he said now. We were in the car. I'm trying to picture it. Picture this. We're
Picture
in the
this.
car talking to your son.
Rolling. Picture me rolling.
Yeah, picture me rolling. I just know that his overall thoughts was that he liked it. I think that he was surprised because he was just like, dang, like it was a lot happening in that book.
And
you know what I mean?
I
Like
think
the
about my
whole
summer reading list. We have to read like the Scarlet Letter.
Yeah, this
You
was
know what I
like,
mean? Like this
wow.
would have been like really nice, like something that actually spoke to me.
Yeah,
Instead
so,
of Hester Prune. Like I don't care.
Well, and I'm curious to see what his writing will be like because they have to say like how does this book show the core values of the school? So like they have a core value statement, but then they also have to like what was the incident where you
like
feel like
football.
the inciting incident or whatever? Yeah, exactly. Sports. Those kinds of things though. But I think he liked that the character like it was. Like he had to read about people like himself or about our community, people in our community. And then he's like, it was interesting to him reading about somebody that was neurodivergent as well. So, he liked it. Those were his overall thoughts. Yeah, those were his overall thoughts.
And we don't need to cure autism. We need to cure the stigma.
That part. And to be fair, we've been talking, we talked about it a little bit. He finished reading maybe like 2 days ago. So I didn't get to say, well, what did you think about the ending? And like, how are you, but when he was kind of stressed out with the, like what's going to happen, that's where we were last time. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah. We didn't get to the
relatable.
end of it. Yes. So it's nice though. Cause it's like, oh God, we still have some good conversations to come. So I'm looking forward to, rounding out, closing the loop on that conversation with the book and everything. But I'm just glad he liked it. Like you said, but girl, wait a minute. Why is Their Eyes Were Watching God? A 10th grade reading book.
Oh yeah,
up there. I was like, yay!
Yeah, that was. I remember.
I can't wait to read it.
One of my little students was reading that. Like
That's
he went to North
awesome.
Central and stuff like
I
that.
love
Yeah, she's
that.
made it on there.
Let's go.
But it was funny
Zora Neale
because
Hurston.
I was talking about it with her, and she could not like the young lady I was talking to at the time. She could not relate to Janie at all because she was just like, why doesn't she just leave? And it's like, girl. You're reading about her experience. This woman you're reading about couldn't read.
Yeah. Boom. In your face.
Like, let alone know what a map looks like. Where's she gonna go?
Yeah.
Like in the South.
And your grandma's been grooming you to be a wife.
Right.
Like that's the only aspiration.
And you're in the North. She is in the South.
Yeah. It just
Do
is
you
not
know what
real.
happens when you step outside your door in the South?
Man.
Without protection?
Other than your hair turning into a knotted ball of humidity.
Well, not Janie. Janie had that silky stuff.
Yeah, but you. Me.
You. Yeah, it was a whole nother thing. Yeah, you would be incredible. But it just, to me, was like, wow, that's just the nature of privilege, though. We never see our own privilege. So.
But reading it again in 10 years, I'd be curious to know how she felt. Because that's, again, like even us rereading that book, So all that to say, so far I feel like there's some good books in there and they're reading. So I'm excited to, continue to have a reason to read more books, some inspiration to read more books. And I think we should probably rate this one.
I agree
I'm going to
with
let you go first.
I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 noise canceling headphones.
I like it. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. No, 4.5 out of 5 hugs. Real tight hugs.
Yeah,
because y'all
soothers.
probably need one.
Yeah,
I know I need one sometimes. This is just, it makes you feel good when they're wanted, of course. Yeah. They're the worst when you don't want them though. God, dog it. But very good book. Well done, DeAndra Davis. You did that. This was a great book. Definitely I think this is a good if you're trying to introduce the idea of like social justice or even just air quotes privilege, a lot of the themes and stuff like that in this book.
I will say, because like I said, this was almost like it was in a pocket dimension. Because like I said, you have the acceptance of the same-sex couple and even Marsha turning over the tape. I felt like I just knew he was going to jail. Aspect.
I knew he was going to jail.
Because I feel like in real life, it'd have been like, oh, well.
So I was kind of glad. I was like relieved that they didn't go all the way there. Because I was just like, let's just introduce this stuff. Everything can't crumble.
You know what it reminded me of? Remember in Hidden Figures, like the Kevin Costner character in that?
I know, but I don't really
Well, he was like the champion. He was like, y'all are treating these black ladies unfair. And he knocked down the whites only sign on the bathroom.
Didn't.
Of course not. Not in real life, but in the movie.
I don't remember that from the movie either. Jesus.
Okay, it was a scene in the movie, but of course that never happened.
No. Who's doing that? Nobody's doing that. To be that white man in real life, You're getting hate mail. People are following you home. You might die.
Because you know what? I'm going to cuss.
You're an N-word lover.
The only thing they hurt more than a nigger is a nigger lover.
Ooh,
so
hope
that
you beeped
really,
that out.
They really hate niggers. So just imagine how much they would hate a white person helping black people out.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
the only people who get it worse than niggers.
Yeah,
so yeah, it's
pretty
rough.
serious out there.
It is. So yeah, I feel like
that's why I was like, I can't give it a 5 because there were just.
You know
I mean,
that's
it was
fair.
beautiful. It was just like. I enjoyed it a lot, but there was certain things that was like you had to suspend your belief. But it is
a
fiction
little
too
bit. She was like, I
too.
don't know what to do. It's like, they wouldn't have said nothing.
She wouldn't about to go up
be
against
now
her
with
daddy.
Because people are like, oh, somebody's gonna say something about the Nolan Wells. I was like, no,
No,
they
they're
ain't.
not. They're just going. It ain't not my problem. That's so sad. It's disgusting. But anyway, okay, so let's spin the wheel because we'll just keep doing this, friends. So spin it.
All right.
So guys, we have another book because we're learned women, and this book is called Kin by Tayari Jones, and it's one of Oprah's book club picks. So you know it's a good one.
It's gotta be.
Okay,
I saw it on Barack Obama's summer reading list. That's where I plucked
it's even more fancy.
But you know, the Obamas and Oprah are friends.
Oh my
So they were
gosh.
probably like, you know what, you should read this.
Oh my gosh, I'm into it. I'm
And
ready.
it's another. We love reading about the South. We read about the South a lot.
I mean, that's.
A lot goes on there.
I was gonna say, I mean, it's kind of where things spawned off, man. We were right up in that thing. So, yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna get into it. I'm expecting a lot of family dynamics. I mean, a lot of powerful and possibly sad and joyful stories all at once. I don't know.
We did say the South.
We did. Oh God. Okay. All right. Well, with that, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and end this thing. So I want to encourage you to go out and do the things that you love and love what you do.
Because your body belongs to you.
It does. And read some books with it. Why don't you?
Yeah.
You know? Okay, that's it. Bye.
Before we go, we must give thanks to Urban Nerd for providing our music, and legal services were handled by Trezanae M. Atkins. If you like what you heard, please feel free to join us every Wednesday for another fake-ass book club. Cheers.
Thank you guys for listening. You can check us out at thefabpodcast.com. Please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast wherever you're listening right now. We want to hear from you. Come put it in our life. Thanks again. And until next time, peace, love, and the Fake Ass Book Club. We out.
Ooh. If we went to karaoke, what would you sing? This is how we do it.
It'd probably be a Meg the Stallion song.
Oh yeah, you do a little rap ditty.
I probably do All the Hot Girls.
I don't even. What is it? Sing it.
All the hot girls make it pop, pop, pop. Bad bitches with the bag say, ay, ay, ay. If he ain't talking about no money, tell him bye, bye, bye. And if you see a mad hoe, tell her, ha, ha, ha. Hey, don't get mad, hoe. Get a bag, hoe.
Hey.
Don't get mad, hoe. Get a bag, hoe. Don't get mad, hoe. Fuck a broke hoe. Don't get mad, hoe. They're still trying to find a thing that I can't do. Anybody come against me, you a damn fool. Keep talking about me, bitch, that's all you can do. But keep my cat up out your mouth, cause that's your man food.
Ooh, I didn't know she said that. Go on, man. Shit.
Shut your mouth before I leave here with your boot. Hey, all a hot girl.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
I like that one. She talks a lot of shit in that one.
Yeah, I don't know
And
none
that
of
was
them
the
words.
theme song for Black Lady Sketch Show. That's how I discovered the song. Yeah.
Amen.
So it's
Gotta
like,
love
yeah,
that Robin Thede.
Don't be mad, ho.
She's wise.
Get a bag, ho.
That's a valid point. All right.